Hey, welcome to No Good Opinions. It is episode 3. This week we are going to be talking about Ozzy Osbourne and his passing. We're going to be getting into those Epstein files a little bit, and we're also going to be talking about what's getting us mad, like each and every week. Stay tuned.
Welcome to No Good Opinions. No Good Opinions is the best damn podcast.
Here at No Good Opinions, we have bad, unethical practices. We simply don't like you.
You fucked it up, didn't you? That's the face of someone who fucked it up.
No.
Frowning. You fucked it up, didn't you? Like this.
No. I'm like, there's no fucking way I fucked this shit up, man.
Yeah.
Nope, I fucked up enough. We spent 50 fucking minutes trying to get fucking off the ground. Wheels up an hour later. You know what I mean?
All right. Welcome in. We are going to start this week off with a little toast. I got a little bit here. Tim, how much you got?
I got just.
Oh, Tim's got a little bit.
I got a little bit. We're doing whiskey.
Is that apple juice?
This is Jameson.
Okay. Jameson's apple juice. Ooh, gets that at Whole Foods.
Man, it's delicious.
Hand squeezed.
I had that shit on my pacifier when I was a baby.
Somehow comes straight out of the freezer and is still warm going down. First thing we're going to talk about this week is Ozzy Osbourne. I know that sounds like he meant something to Uncle Tim over there, so we're going to let him speak on Ozzy a little bit. Take it away, Big Tim.
Yeah, man. That was a very, very strange occurrence how that that happened last week. But back on July 5th, he had done a final show, Back to the Beginning. And I watched it live. It was a 10-hour concert, man. And they did it at Villa Park in Birmingham, England. That's where...
A 10-hour concert?
10-hour.
And that's multiple bands?
Yeah, multiple
Okay.
bands for 10 hours, dude. It was... Think of it like a music festival, like a Lollapalooza. But it was solely dedicated to Black Sabbath. And they did it in England, where Black Sabbath was originated from. That's where the band got together, right? So locally, for it to be his last show ever, and that's what it was intended for. Nobody thought that he was going to die 2 weeks later or whatever it was.
Sure.
But it was like super cool because that is where Black Sabbath originated from, right? So all the locals, like, they just loved him, right? And they put on 10 hours, man, of music. Not Ozzy, but there was, hell, I think there was at least a dozen bands. Some of them I can give you: Mastodon, Anthrax, Lamb of God. I don't know if you know who Tom Morello is.
Of course.
But he had like 2 different super groups with him. So he put on a set. Alice in Chains, Jack Black was even there. Travis Barker.
Did he get booed off, dude? I see everyone hates Jack Black now.
Man, I can't stand the guy, but he absolutely loved Black Sabbath, so people kind of embraced him.
Sure.
But a drum off, Travis Barker against Chad Smith, that was super badass, man. Like, watching those.
Oh, dude, I bet that was fantastic.
Those drum solos, dude, where they just go back and forth, and that Travis Barker, man, he could just beat the shit out of the Skins. Like, he just.
This might be a hot take, dude, but I feel like there's a similar feeling when I watch Travis Barker play the drums. That's like watching, like, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's like a little something special there.
Yeah.
Like, I could do Chad Smith, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
definitely, you know, one of the best of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
But like I'll watch, but like I don't get that feeling, dude. Anytime I want to see Travis Barker, it's just like there's just something special there, dude.
There is, man. He gives you that. It's almost like that hair on your neck kind of stands up, like goosebumps type shit, man. Like, you know that it's like something special, right? But Pantera was there, even though there's only a couple of the members left. But they did have Zakk Wylde with them. Tool was there.
Oh yeah, Maynard's just hanging out.
Yeah.
They play some music.
Yeah. They played all of these bands that I'm giving you. They all played like a mini set. Tool played like 3 songs.
They're playing Black Sabbath songs, or they're playing?
Some of them did. Yeah. So like for
Okay.
example, Pantera, they played Planet Caravan.
Okay.
Right. That's a Black
Yeah.
Sabbath song. That was awesome. Slayer, they were there. Guns N' Roses, just getting down, Metallica, and then obviously Ozzy and Black Sabbath. Man, Black Sabbath kind of closed it out, right? They only played.
Well, what did Tool play?
Tool played.
They do any covers?
No, Tool played, which they just crushed it, man. I'm a huge Tool fan. But Tool played 46 and 2, Hands of Doom, and Enema.
Okay.
So they got down. They got down, man. But like Maynard, like he's so cool, dude. I just absolutely love Tool.
Yeah.
But the thing, so that was all cool, right? The show itself, 10 hours, man, of just non-stop rock. And what's really wild is the influence that Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath specifically had on an entire several generations of rock music, dude. Like all the bands that I listened to when I was younger, and I still do, which it's kind of like considered classic rock at this point, all come from that sound of Black Sabbath. Like they were like iconic back in the day, him biting off heads on bats, and like that real, like, it was like almost demonic, and like it, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just like evil.
Do you think
evil shit?
Evil at the time?
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, 100%.
Do you think
just like whoa, Pinky?
he says like he thought that bat was fake, that's why he bit the head off? You think that's true?
I don't know. I don't think so, dude. I feel like he was.
Yeah. He's just like, he's in his zone, dude. You got fucking 10,000 plus people just being like, you just fucking pick it up, dude. It was probably just looked at him like, I'm real, dude. Don't even fucking think about it. And he was like,
and then just done with it. But yeah, man, it was a fantastic show, and little, like everybody else that was watching it or was there, unbeknownst, a couple weeks later, he ultimately ended up passing away, and it was crazy. Like pull it up on YouTube, dude. You can see some of the.
I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, you should. He had what's that? Parkinson's and something else. He was in really rough shape, dude. But like,
dude, it is unfucking believable that he lasted this long, because I remember, what was it, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when he had a show on MTV.
Sharon!
And he just fucking walking around, just like twitching. You're just like, Jesus Christ, this is what the kind of life drugs will get you,
Yeah,
and then he lives for
doing.
20 more years.
Yeah.
What was he, 77 or something?
Yeah, I think 76, 77. Yeah.
Man, that's a nice full life.
It is for real, right? All things considered, how he lived his life, like that's crazy, man.
I don't know how much of it he was there for it towards the end. I mean, when I say towards the end, I mean the last 20 years, because man, he seemed gone out in that show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like couldn't figure shit out.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
The world had passed him by, but he's still out there on the fucking stage, just.
The one thing that he fucking knew was how to fucking rock, man. Like he just knew how to fucking jam. And then
I mean, is he lip syncing at that age? What's going on?
No.
I mean, you cannot be pulling the pipes in your 70s. There's just no way.
Yeah, when you'll see what I'm talking about when you pull it up. But yeah, he most definitely was singing. It was really strange too, like, because his mouth was like super salivating, dude. Like he was almost like drooling. It was really weird because he had a couple of different issues.
He's probably on some of that stuff, to make that urethra not so dry.
Urethra.
Makes the mouth water a little bit too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Gets all the holes moist, really.
all of them. All of them.
Yeah.
Even the asshole.
All of them, yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, that is definitely one of them, man. You know what I mean?
That's one of the holes. For sure.
Yeah, but just to kind of close up on my thoughts on this, it's just it really truly is unreal the longevity that man had, and he is one of those rock stars where like his legend will never die. He literally the influence that he had, man. I mean, just those bands I named that were there, and some that I had in the White Zombies, the Marilyn Mansons, like all of their love for music came from like the Black Sabbath and the Ozzy Osbourne.
And as you were saying earlier, you know, for its time, dude, it was dark. You know, it was like the devil worshippers music for its time, right?
Bingo.
Like you listen to it now and it's just like it's nothing. It's just good music.
Yeah, because we've been so
Like,
desensitized to
yeah.
things.
Well, I don't even know if it's necessarily being desensitized. It's not like he's fucking, you know, cutting heads off monkeys in his songs or anything, but
Well, no, but like for example, on War Pigs, in the fields, the bodies burning.
that song holds
As
true
the
fucking
war
today, dude.
machine keeps turning. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's why I mean
For
by like
sure, dude.
we're
That song is so relevant today.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I mean by like that whole desensitized thing, because if you turn on like, for example, like a Slayer song, although it's been a while since they've had an album out, but like they're talking about like just like crazy shit, and it's like you're just like just a stroll in the park, you know. Like it's, you know what I mean.
And speaking of that, the S word you just said, right, is like we're gonna get fucking. Hopefully, I'll catch it and bleep it out. But if for some reason it slips through, you know, YouTube is more of a. I don't know, get into the semantics of it, but YouTube will probably like ding us, be like, we're not that this video would be monetized in any sense because it's a new channel or whatever, but they'll be like, this is demonetized. The point I'm making here is I had a video pop up in my YouTube feed, right? The YouTube feed reads which country, but it was a country dropping bombs on another country from drones, right? And it was like a 2-minute video. There was no words, there was no voiceover. It was just HD video of drones blowing people up.
Oh my God, what kind of propaganda video was this?
And it just like, how are we gonna get like dinged for, you know, saying a word? But CNN can be like, watch people get blown apart in HD.
Literally,
and
limbs
it's just
flying
and it's
in the
just
air.
it's just footage of just drones, and you just see little like, you know, like night vision white little, you know, people because of the heat, you know. You can see them just kind of like and then all of a sudden just like, and then just poof. You know, there's no one just like explaining what's going on. It's just like, hey, watch these people get blown apart in HD. And I'm just like, what kind of world is this? We're getting dinged about words, but they can just be like, here's a 2-minute video of people getting blown apart. It's unbelievable, dude. This is the world we live in.
That is the world we fucking live in, man. God damn. I'm gonna need to have another one of these bad boys. Look at this bitch.
Oh, dude, I'm trying to like baby mine, so I just have something to last till the end. But you still beat me. You still beat me.
This is gonna be.
Some pushing rope. Yeah, I got this this vape here, dude.
Rope.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it doing?
Yeah. All right. So before we dip into the next thing, since we're talking about just old shit and death and stuff, this came to mind. Did you ever watch All Dogs Go to Heaven? Yeah, how long ago? I want days, hours, and
God
minutes.
damn, that's a really random ask of
Yeah.
me. I would say I'm approaching.
I didn't know if it was like recent, you know.
No,
'cause,
goddamn no,
you
bro.
know, you got kids, or if it was like
No, that was like
35 years
VHS
ago.
shit. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably 35 years ago. You fucking probably pegged it right there, bro. Like a long time. I haven't watched it since I was
Yeah.
like probably prepubescent. You know what I mean? Yeah.
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 You know, I know I'm a pretty old guy here, but you know, I think if I think hard enough, I think The Land Before Time was probably the first movie I ever remember watching. And if that is true, then the second movie I ever remember watching is All Dogs Go to Heaven. They could be flip-flop, but that's why I think I remember it.
First movies ever.
Yeah, no, you know, what was the first one? Not the first one, but the fucking Land Before Time. It's kind of dark. So a quick little short tangent before I get into it. Back in the day, Disney had a guy who used to work for him named Don Bluth, dude, and he was just like a sicko, dude. So he's the reason behind like all the Disney darkness, like in all the old movies, right?
Was he a drug addict?
I don't know, but you know, they'll be like they're coming up with like Bambi, right? And they're just like, oh, you know, it's gonna be this cute little deer, and he's got this cute little friend named Thumper, and you know, Don Bluth comes in, he's just like, yeah, and then his mom dies at the beginning, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's the Don Bluth part of like the Disney side, like it's all the dark shit, right? And All Dogs Go to Heaven is no exception, and perhaps one of the most brutal movies possibly made, period, let alone for children. This movie it's got murder, mayhem, betrayal, drugs, gambling, booze. Dude, it's just non-stop like crazy adult themes, right? And it was Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise were the two main characters, and there was a little girl who was also would probably be considered a main character if you look at them as the three characters. And she was a real life little girl. She was 10 years old in real life, and because most people probably haven't seen it in 35 years since it came out a long time ago, VHS style, like you said. A quick rehash: he gets murdered by his old boss when he breaks out of prison. At the very beginning of the movie, he breaks out of prison, immediately gets fucked over by his old partner, fucks him out of his business after he breaks out of prison, and gets him all drunk and puts him on the edge of this dock, puts a blindfold around him, and runs him over with a car and blows him off the dock. He dies. This is a children's movie.
Wait,
He
are
dies.
we still talking about All Dogs Go to Heaven, man?
Yeah.
Oh my, what the fuck?
This movie is incredible, dude. The animation, this is like, it's all hand drawn, like you don't see it anymore. The animation is incredible. And for anyone that wants to watch it, it is free on YouTube through the YouTube Movies program. Like it's officially free, not like someone uploaded it or something. But anyway, kills him off the dock. He goes to heaven after all this, goes straight to heaven. And then he breaks out of heaven, and the girl dog is like, if you leave, you could never come back. Like once you're in. If you leave heaven, you can never come back. And he's still just like, peace. And he leaves heaven because he wants revenge and shit, and wants to go see what's going on. So he goes back, and he comes back to life, and it turns into like, he meets the little girl and his friend, and they kind of like, she's an orphan, and they save her from the old boss, and they kind of start raising her, and pretty much it's time for him to go, and he's done so much good, he's pretty much getting back into heaven. Like but he's got to go, right? So that's like pretty much how the movie ends. Like he's got to go back to heaven. I believe that part's right. He's either way, he's leaving and he's got to go. And the little girl, she's like sleepy and she's falling asleep. And she's like, you know, this is so sad, dude. The little girl, she is, you know, she doesn't want him to go. And she's like, but, you know, I don't want you to go. And he's like, I'm not going to go. I'll always be here. You know, he's like, goodbyes aren't forever. Right. And it's a real emotional scene, right? Because like he knows that when she wakes up, he's going to be gone forever.
I've been drinking, man. I might cry.
Dude, this is where it gets so sad. Right, so the scene's sad enough to make you cry all alone because it's this poor, and she's 10 in real life. She's doing just a amazing job as a voiceover as this little girl in this movie. And the sad truth about this fucking movie, bro, and this is a true fucking story. The sweet little girl who played that character, little squeakers in that movie. That sweet little angel finished recording all her lines for the movie. Burt Reynolds was not done. He had yet to film that final scene. She was done with the scene. That sweet, sweet little girl's sick fucking father put a gun to the back of her head, dude, and killed her.
What?
Before this movie came out. Yeah. This is all true. Also killed the mother and killed himself.
Oh my, bro, this just went way dark, man. Holy cow.
And before, like I said, before he finished that this happened. So Burt Reynolds had to record this like 2-minute scene, and it was said to have taken him over 2 hours because he just couldn't stop crying because he was now doing that scene about goodbye not really ever being really goodbye. And it was with that poor sweet girl who was actually dead, and he had to do that scene with her, and it took him over 2 hours to do that short scene. And of course he passed recently, and a few years ago, but recently nonetheless. And they opened his wallet, and he still had a picture of that little girl in his wallet.
Burt Reynolds?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
When he passed, still had a picture of that little girl in his wallet.
Oh my god, dude.
So yeah, so on top of that, crazy cartoon, it's so good too. Like, on top of all of that crazy stuff, it's just such a good movie from top to bottom. That like every cell of that movie you could like freeze frame and like put on a wall, and it would just be art. Like it's so good. If you ever get a chance to like peek at it, like I said, it's free on YouTube, and you just like, it looks so, because when's the last time you saw a hand drawn movie?
Oh god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably been
like it's been 3D
years.
since Toy Story 1.
Yeah. Do you know Burt Reynolds is from Lansing?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he was born in Lansing.
That makes a lot of sense, dude.
He was born in Lansing,
Just
Michigan.
driving around like a Camaro or Trans Am with a big ass mustache, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, like American muscle, you know what I mean?
Just like a fucking pack of Marlboros rolled up in his sleeve, dude. Just fucking.
He's a cool guy.
Doing burnouts. Yeah, for sure.
That guy that you're talking about, that Don Bluth.
Yeah.
I just pulled him up, man, and that motherfucker, he's still alive. He's 87 years old.
See, I bet he's still creeping the fuck out of kids too.
87, man. He's in El Paso, Texas.
This is a completely unrelated note, but there was some sort of connection that triggered in my brain there when we started talking about that. Is one time I was really young, right? And I was maybe, I don't know, I really don't. It was probably between like 5 and 7, maybe 8. I don't know. It was either way young, right? And I was over like a mom's boyfriend's house, and they lived on a lake, and they were like, "Oh, let's go out on the lake." It was frozen. It was all frozen. This is winter. and in the middle of the lake, you know, way out in the middle of the lake, there was like a little you know, little tiny island that, you know, came up, and they were like, oh, let's go over there. And you know, it's like wild to like think about this, because like I'm older than they were in the story now, you know what I mean?
At the time that it happened, yeah.
Yeah. But like, you know, so we're going out there, and as we're walking, we hear some rustling, dude, in this doe tries to like run out and slips on the ice, dude, just like Bambi, dude. All legs go out, spinning on the ice. Can't do shit. I was up on the shoulders of the boyfriend. I'm with boyfriend and boyfriend's brother. It's the only people with me, right? I'm immediately off boyfriend's shoulders onto the ice, dude. And they just run over to this thing and just start going to town on it.
Like they started beating this deer.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
This is my like first experience with like, you know, I'm a young man, and like it's not going down, right? So like they go over to the island, dude, and they're grabbing branches, dude. And they're just
Oh my fucking god.
until this thing's just not breathing, dude. Just blood on the ice, and I'm just like over there, just like. And then they're just like, all right, let's head home.
You're just like,
Yeah.
dude, that had to be fucking just a trip, man. There might be a little bit of
Yeah.
a little bit of trauma in there somewhere, man.
Well, it's needless to say, I never became a hunter.
Yeah, of course. Why would you, man? Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That was like really barbaric.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
Beating the shit out of Bambi.
That doesn't look like something I want to do.
How old do you think you were?
Man, I had to be between like 5 and 8.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm thinking towards like 5 or 6 if I really had to
Dig deep.
pinpoint it
Yeah.
based on the dig deep and bear down.
Yeah, man, that's like a fucking core memory, dude. Like, no wonder you fucking are, you know, not wanting to hunt.
Absolute fucking savage.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. I'm fucking psychopath.
No wonder you keep peeling the skin off all those people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that might be related. I'm like, it's like a real revelation for me.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we have our first sponsor for the show. So this is pretty exciting. It's let's see, I got the
This is big time.
the copy here. I'm gonna read here. It's for the show Coffin Flop on Corncob TV. If you have Spectrum, this is for Spectrum customers only. So Coffin Flop is Thursdays at 8, and it is the only show that is just hours of bodies busting out of shit wood and hitting pavement. So let's take a look.
It's just.
Actually, I have it here. This just in that Spectrum is canceling their contract with Corncob TV. So stay tuned for more information there. Unfortunately, that didn't work out for our first sponsor, but maybe we'll get them next time, huh?
I mean, we gotta have another opportunity, you know?
Yeah, well, we'll see. All right, so as much as you know, we don't talk about it, and no one else wants to hear about it at this point. There's been a couple developments with the old Epstein fucking files here, boys. So, some things that have transpired. What has transpired is Donald Trump in this case started just throwing out like everything to just try to distract everyone, right? First it was he was like, I'm gonna arrest Obama, and then posted that AI video of Obama getting arrested in front of him and him smiling.
Yeah.
And then it was Obama like in prison, sad, and then he released the Martin Luther King files, like anyone was talking about those for any reason. Just drop those randomly for, you know, just a distraction. And then he was just like, Oh, how about the Washington Redskins come back? Or I fucking sue you.
Yeah, dude, he was like, I'm not going to approve you guys building a new stadium if you don't change the name to the Redskins. Change it back.
Hey, Donald, we don't care about Indian football teams. We care about you touching the kids. Release the files. And now all of a sudden, so after that, they're like, okay, so we're going to set up a meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell and see what's going on with her and what she knows. What? What do you mean you haven't talked to her yet? If whoever said that in front of my face, I don't know if I'd have the restraint to not punch him in the face.
Well, yeah.
Like if I was that person's boss and they were just like, oh, well, you know, maybe we'll go talk to Ghislaine. What do you mean? You've deemed the files non-existent, and then all of a sudden they're existent, and they're real, but now they're fake, and your enemies made them, but they made them for you, but they didn't release it on you, but they left it for you to It's just like, what the fuck's going on here? And then they decide it's okay for them to have private meetings with her?
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
None of that makes sense, dude, at all.
You know what would have been a really good play to help restore a little bit of faith? If you'd have been like, we're going to go talk to her and, you know, we're going to let you see what she has to say. We're going to ask her questions, and yeah, obviously they're going to, you know, probably not even ask the greatest questions if they're going to be doing that, but at the very least, don't have a couple secretive meetings where you pull her out and take her away under zero surveillance, and then she keeps going back into prison with giant white boxes of stuff.
Yeah, what is she?
What's going on?
What is she carrying in these boxes? Like, you don't have belongings in prison.
Right.
I mean,
what you got in there?
You got what you got. Like, you might have a book or something like that, right? That you check out from the, you know,
commissary.
Yeah, from the library, the prison library. But for her to be coming back and forth with boxes of shit, and that none of that, it doesn't make sense with me, and it doesn't sit well either, because why is
it's even worse?
Yeah,
it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah, why is the DOJ setting up these meetings?
Clandestine meetings.
Yeah, and apparently her lawyer is sitting in on it, right? Because he has to. He needs to make sure that she's protected. But then they say that she's granted partial immunity, which by meaning, if you look up what partial immunity means, it means that she's not everything is... she can be protected by everything, right? So there's some nuances to it that we just...
Sounds like regular ass immunity.
Yeah, right. So there's some nuances to that it just doesn't make sense on why would they do that. It makes it, in fact, what it does is it makes it even look all that much more worse, right? Like,
for sure,
it screams guilt. Why is the Department of Justice now saying we need to go talk to her? Like, that's fucked up, man. I mean, that to me, it smells like we got to make sure this broad, when she gets out or when she has a chance, when 60 Minutes calls her up and is like, hey, we want to sit down and talk, you're not talking.
Yeah.
You're not saying a fucking word. And you better be on the same page as us, Miss Maxwell. Like, that's what it screams 100%. To me. Is like,
she's getting partial immunity. I'm already, because I predicted it like fucking 2 weeks ago. She's gonna come out and she's gonna go, you know, it's all true except the shit about Donald Trump and his friends. Mm-hmm. That's what she's gonna say, and they're gonna go, thank you, you're free to go. And that's gonna be it. And they're gonna go, that's it.
See, we told you.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild, dude. It's gonna be wild, dude. He just wants this to go away so bad, and then that South Park episode dropped.
Oh my god, bro.
It was so good.
Dude, it was so funny. It was so funny. I've watched
Dude,
it like 4 times.
Yeah, some of the parts that aren't getting as much credit, but there's the part where like the dad gets mad that Jesus is back in school, right?
I love it.
But it's also like it's supposed to be just like, it's obviously satire for like him trying to bring Jesus back into the schools.
Yeah.
But in this case,
Christianity
Jesus is literally back into school.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to him like on the phone, like, oh, hey, is it okay for Jesus to be at school? And then all of a sudden you hear the fucking like Chat GPT noise. It's like tick, 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 and he's just asking Chat GPT instead of actually doing anything about it. It's like, that's so funny.
Yeah, and then his wife is sitting there looking at him like, what the fuck? And he's like, okay, well, thank you so much. And it's like the fucking GPT or Alexa, whatever the fuck it was like, you have a wonderful evening and I'll see you tomorrow. He's like,
no, it was like,
thank you.
it was like, he was like, it was just him talking to it, right? And then it was just like, he's like, I'm so glad I have someone to talk to this, someone to talk to about this. And all of a sudden it pans out and his wife's just right there in bed next to him with her arms crossed. And she's just like, yeah, no problem. And he's just like, oh, good night. And they say good night to each other. And he's just like, good night, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I can't wait until you do some more wonderful things. And he's like, thanks. And then he just farts.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, that was so good though. I like it when Donald gets in bed with Satan and he's like doing like this shit to him. He's rubbing his arm.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Just trying to get him to fuck.
Yeah.
And like Satan's the reasonable one.
Yeah, he's got that
Just
little
like, I need to go to therapy.
that little fucking pecker dude, and he's like at the beginning when the painting is happening, and he's like, why is my dick so little? And the guy's like, well, that's the same size it was in that picture.
In that
and
photo.
he's like, I'll fucking fire you.
Yeah.
He's so mad, and his dick's like a fucking Tic Tac, dude, and he's like, why is my dick so little? That's great.
And you know, it's especially funny because there's just it's such good satire, right? Because it's the same company that just let go what we were just talking about with, letting go Colbert last week, and it's the same company that did that now owns South Park and paid the $1.5 billion. So they got rid of him.
Is that right?
They immediately, it's the same company, and that's why that part when Jesus comes down and he's just like, everyone thought he was like giving a sermon, but he's really just like, guys, shut the fuck up. You guys gotta chill the fuck out. We're talking about the president. He's taking bribes and he's suing people and he can do anything he wants. And he starts talking. He's just like, you know who owns?
Yeah.
It's CBS.
Yeah,
you guys want to end up like Colbert?
Yeah, and he's like, they're gonna cancel.
Eat the bread. Eat the bread.
He's like, they're gonna cancel South Park.
Yeah. It's just so good. So that's pretty much how that is. The current happenings and goings on is she now has fucking partial immunity, and by the time we do this next, we'll probably just have her on the podcast. She'll be a free woman.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy, man, because that's what it sounds like, man. Like,
and she's gonna have her own show on Lifetime, and it's gonna be spun like she was some sort of victim in the whole thing. And she's gonna be like, you have no idea, and now I help kids on my show, and it's gonna be something. I'm just laying down predictions in case they happen, so I can be like, see. And if they don't, fuck them.
well, fuck it, man. Who gives a fuck at that point?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. But like you said, though, it's all arrows are pointing towards she's gonna be a free woman. She's gonna be a free woman, and he's gonna be like scot-free, and it's gonna be a bunch of told you so. Why are all these fucking retarded Republicans even saying anything? And then the fucking liberals, and this is by the Democrats, and we're gonna arrest Obama.
Yeah, I seen he went somewhere overseas.
He's in
and
Scotland.
hopes to kind of just.
He's in Scotland.
And like
he was
someone,
trying to sign a
the
deal.
first question, The first question he got was about the Epstein files. So you could just tell he was so mad, so frustrated, just thinking like, I can't go across the world and fucking get away from this shit.
Yeah.
And then he started calling out Bill Clinton again. Yeah, he was just like, you need to talk to him. You need to talk to that guy. You need to talk to his friends. They're all hedge fund boys.
Yeah.
I think he said Clinton went to the island 26 times or something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. And everything is a diversion at this point.
For sure.
He just needs it to go away. And
yeah,
the people, and even people that are in his camp are like, well, it can't just go away. And he's like, no, it's going to go away. Like, we just got to say that it's going to go away.
Yeah. And it's not going to. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to also try to spin it as like, oh, well, like, we were friends, but like, it's going to get so bad he's going to admit to money laundering. Mm-hmm. He's going to be like, yeah, like, he told me he could help me out with some financial stuff, and he ended up like laundering it, and like he just dealt with my financials. Like, it's gonna be a whole thing, dude. Watch.
Yeah, no,
he's gonna spin it.
Yeah, no, you're probably right, man. And then this goes back to like what we were talking about the last episode, with the fixers, right? Like, these guys have the fixers, the people that are cleaning up after them. They don't even know what the fuck to do with this right now. Like, they're just like
the CIA tacticians are just like, dude, you've burnt all the bridges. We don't have anywhere else to go. You just have to say you did it.
We are so
it's the only thing
fucked right now that we have to double back, and we're gonna go back to Miss Maxwell in prison, and we have to make sure that, well, should we make it look like she killed herself? Like, we gotta figure this shit out. They're like, they're really tripping, you know what I mean? So now they're
gonna
like,
pardon her so they can get her out and take care of her.
Yeah. No, but they definitely had that meeting to make sure that she shuts the fuck up. That's the only way. That's the only reason, dude. This meeting has
here's a bunch
taken
of cool
place.
Shit to put in your present cell.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Why else would there be a fucking meeting, dude? It's to make sure that she just shuts the fuck up.
Especially if we couldn't see it.
Yeah. Do not say a fucking word. Like,
Yep.
Do you value your life? How about your kids or your sisters, brothers? Whatever she values, they're like, we're gonna make it disappear if you say one fucking word.
Because she's obviously was already under some sort of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's already there. She already didn't run her mouth, so she was like had some sort of plan of either getting out and continuing or having access to whatever she had that allowed her to just not be like, fuck it, I'm in prison. Here's what I know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now she waited, and now she got that light at the end of the tunnel, and she immediately was like, I want a pardon. And do you man, I wish we could stop talking about this. Did you see when they said they said, Donald, have you ever thought of giving a pardon to Ghislaine Maxwell? And he instead of just being like, no, he went, well, that's definitely something I could do, but no, I never really. It's just like, well, just say no, dude. Just say no, dude.
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Yeah. It's so incriminating.
It reminded me of that time when they were just like, they asked like R. Kelly if he was like into young girls, and instead of just being like, no, he was just like, well, like how young?
Age is just a number.
Just say no.
Yeah, age is just a number.
It's so silly, dude. I just got handed this. It looks like another sponsor right here. Looks like it is a gentleman, Tim Robinson from Detroit, Michigan, is the CEO of Corncob TV. Let's see what he has to say here.
Spectrum is planning to drop 22 channels, including Corncob TV. They're saying they want to drop Corncob TV because we showed over 400 naked dead bodies on our show Coffin Flop. There's no explanation, just body after body busting out of shit wood and hitting pavement. They're saying it's impossible that many dead bodies are falling out of coffins every day. And it's impossible that 1 out of every 5 of them are nude. I don't know what to tell tell you, bud. We're just shooting funerals and showing the ones where the bodies fly out.
Oh shit! All right, I don't think we're gonna be taking any more sponsors anytime soon. We're just gonna have to put that one back on the back burner here. But moving right along here, you know what time it is, dude. You getting riled up?
Oh man, my favorite time.
I could see the blood boiling over there, a little rosy in the cheeks.
I think that's from the whiskey.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be time for another drink.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is time for.
I'm getting mad!
All right. So, anything off the top of the brains pissing you off this week, or what's the scope?
Yeah, you know what's fucking pissing me off is the Detroit Tigers.
What's going on?
They're pissing
What's
me
going on
off.
with the boys?
They're pissing me off. At this point, man, they've lost 11 out of 12 games.
Weren't they doing real good last year?
Yeah, they were crushing it this year up until the All-Star break. And since the All-Star break, they've just completely shit the bed. They've won like one game since the All-Star break.
Mm-hmm.
One game out of their last 12 games. It's unfucking real what's happening with them. But aside from the fucking sports world, what's pissing me off is fucking people who litter. That just drives me nuts, man. And I never thought I'd be like that person, but it absolutely drives me batshit crazy. Mm-hmm. Why can't you walk over 10 fucking feet and throw that fucking piece of trash in that trash can that's right there? That's right there. Detroit, and I'm like in the city of Detroit regularly, right? Like I live, I play, I eat, sleep, you know what I'm saying? And littering is literally an epidemic here in the city of Detroit. It's
an epidemic.
It's insane. It is insane, and it's generational, man. These parents don't say shit to their kids. Like, can you imagine walking with your child? I can't. And just taking my bottle of...
A big plastic thing.
My bottle of red that I just finished and just throwing it when you're walking with your kid. Can you imagine doing that? I can't.
No.
It's really fucking strange to me, man. And it's like a whole cultural thing. It's very, very fucking bizarre. But I watch it happen all the fucking time. And then, of course, the little fucking kids are going to be like, well, mommy's fucking doing it. Daddy's doing it. Why wouldn't I do it? And then you go to like these parks.
It's also everywhere.
Right.
So why wouldn't you do it?
Right.
Like you're walking through trash.
You're walking through trash.
What's the point of you walking to the garbage bin at that point and throwing it in there, dude? It's just add it to the fucking collection.
You go to a fucking park and it's just littered with trash everywhere, and there's trash receptacles around, and you're like, what the fuck, man? That might be a whole fucking different topic. Oh, maybe that's not what's getting me mad, but yeah, that really does fucking piss me off.
Well, on the side of kind of all encompassing, I guess it kind of is pissing me off, but in the kind of the subcategory of the enshittification of random things we want to keep talking about. And we did talk about this in our little like pilot. I think we didn't release, but like how everything's just kind of getting worse in how Netflix started as like the place you didn't have to deal with commercials, you didn't have to deal with waiting until Comcast decided to show you the show. You could watch what you wanted to watch when you wanted to watch it, and it was the only player in the game, right? It was like $5 a month to just stream endlessly. You know, and then it got a little bit worse, and it became more expensive. They started doing original content and lost their licenses for all the shows that were keeping people around. So doing all this bullshit that essentially just kept making it worse. Now they have tiers where you pay and still get ads. Like, it's absolutely insane, and you don't get HD and all these little bullshit stipulations, how many devices you can put them on. And anyway, before Netflix came along, it was all about piracy, right? No one was dealing with anything. Everyone was just pirating everything. and it's in the same vein of like the music industry, right? Like back in the days of LimeWire. Did you fuck with LimeWire?
Oh God, fuck yeah, I did, dude. I
Kazaa and shit.
I ruined several laptops from Lam.
Many
Yeah,
computers,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And the reason that went away is because of Spotify, right?
Yeah.
It became easier and much less of a headache. You didn't have to worry about viruses. You didn't have to worry about the quality. You didn't have to worry about release dates. You didn't have to worry about it being illegal anymore. It was just, at the time, it was $5 a month. And when it first came out, a lot of people don't remember this, but when it first came out, it was ad-free and free. There was no premium version of it. It was just somehow free. It didn't last long, but it was just completely free and ad-free. And it just became so much easier to just get your music that way. You could virtually get anything you want, except the rare artists that don't partake in it. And that's how obviously music piracy is still very large, but like it virtually became not an issue overnight. It was now about Spotify and all the other companies like it. And to say, it's probably goes without saying the artists are probably getting a worse deal with Spotify than they were with piracy, but that's probably goes without saying. But in the same vein, I was talking about Netflix, right? And that's kind of what happened with movies. Everyone was pirating movies. No one wanted to pay for fucking movies. People didn't want to go to Blockbuster and deal with the bullshit. They were just pirating movies. That's what everyone was doing. And then Netflix started streaming, and it kind of took, again, piracy movies still very big, but it put a kibosh to it, dude. People I'll just get Netflix, $5 a month. It's got everything I could ever want, and if for some reason if it doesn't have what I want, I'm just gonna find something else on there. It's got enough shit, right? And it became the ease of use overcame the complications of piracy, finding out where to download it, making sure it's quality, make sure it wasn't someone just recording in a theater, make sure the files didn't have viruses. I can pay $5 a month and just bypass all that bullshit, and that's where the value came in. And then through the enshittification of adding, we looked up how many titles it was. It was a crazy amount of titles of original content they had that no one asked for, and they got to keep paying for that shit. So that brings me back, that whole very terrible, long-winded fucking story brings me back to what I was trying to talk about, which is piracy is now coming back. People are fucking sick of it. They're sick of... Dude, shit is so split now with the enshittification of streaming, is where some series for some shows, you'll find the first 4 seasons on like Disney Plus, and then like the next 3 seasons are on Netflix. Like, you can't even get a full season of some stuff now. You have to get both to get the full fucking experience because of, different licensing agreements, different amounts of bullshit. And people are sick of it because they don't want to pay for 5 different fucking streaming services that cost $25 a piece to get them without ads. You might as well just be paying for Comcast again at that point.
Yeah, that's...
So we're seeing a strong resurgence in piracy because it's now becoming easier again. Because dude, on top of the just the simplicity of searching for what you want, downloading it at the resolution you want, and not having to deal with any of the bullshit that surrounds it dealing with a streaming service, you got streaming services pulling episodes, right?
Yeah.
So if they go, oh, we find this particular episode problematic, whole episode's gone. It's just gone. So that's another reason why piracy wins. You don't have to deal with that bullshit. You get the full fucking experience of what the writers wanted you to have. You don't have to deal with location restrictions, right? You want to watch this in the United States? You got to use a VPN and trick the VPN that you're actually in Cambodia, because Cambodia Netflix actually has this. You don't have to deal with all this dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
So now you're paying for fucking a Netflix service, and you're paying for a VPN just to watch the show you want to watch. It's just fucking ridiculous. And we've gotten to the point now where piracy is finally having another resurgence, where people are sick of the bullshit and the restrictions. You have become the exact opposite of the thing. We got you for these particular reasons. The reasons we signed up for you are fucking virtually gone, which, for most people is they want to watch the same 3 fucking shows from 10 years ago over and over and over again, and that's fucking it. and it's gone, dude. No piracy's back, and you know we got all these fucking companies playing streaming fucking wars with each other, and it just turns into fucking cable again. You're paying for service and you're paying for fucking commercials, and it's fucking unacceptable.
Well, yeah.
Unfucking acceptable.
No, 100%, man. And I kind of want to throw in 2 cents on this whole thing, because we're real kind of cost conscious around my house on
Sure.
where we're spending money at, and the amount of apps that you have to have, paid apps now, to offset having cable, you are truly better off having cable, but then cable traps you because you're so limited on what you can have. So this whole a la carte thing, and when streaming started becoming like the way, and everybody's like, oh, streaming's the way of the future, they failed to mention that once all of these apps gained popularity, we probably knew it was coming, right? The monetary part of it. They're going to be charging. Now, if you really truly want to have and be able to watch all of this stuff and do it legally, you're north of $200 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Not only on those services, but then you have to incorporate how you're streaming it, right? So a good like internet service, I pay about $90 a month to have my fiber here at my house.
Yeah.
So right there, just the baseline, $90.
Yeah.
You're talking $300, man, to be able to like
Yeah.
watch shit, and that's just, it's so crazy. And then the amount of fees that these pay-per-views are charging and things of that nature, like I support pirating, man. That's where I'm going with this, bro. Like,
For sure.
fuck them right there, fuck them,
Yeah.
because they
And it's
literally
the same thing.
have fucked us on everything, because now, like you said, it's episode 1 through 3 is here, and then no, wait, we've changed direction. We're now going to be on Paramount Plus. What do you mean? Like that fucking there was this Western that had me locked in. It got me sucked in, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, we're no longer going to be on Peacock. We're going to be on Paramount Plus. I'm like, oh my fucking god, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And you know, these companies, they build the value of their streaming service based on the value they see, because they see all the money they spend, right? And they want to make that money back, but no one's asking them to spend that fucking money, right? And the way consumers see a streaming service is they don't go, oh, well, like, let me think of the value of Netflix, right? And they go, let me think if $25 a month is worth it for Netflix. And they go, well, they got fucking, you know, 1,800 original shows or whatever the fuck it was that we looked up, and they have this show and they have that show, and yeah, let me think of the value of that, because the value is there for the amount of media they have. The value is there, but that's not how consumers see it, right? Consumers go, they go like this. They go, I want to watch Westworld. How much is that going to cost me? It's going to be $14 a month until I can finish it. That's how people consume the content. They're not going, oh, well, what is HBO Max and what do they have and is it going to be worth it a month? They go, yeah, I want to watch fucking The Office again. Where's it at?
Yeah.
And they go, oh, it's fucking $10 a month. I'm gonna pay for that, and I'm gonna watch The Office until that fucking I'm satiated, and I'm gonna move forward.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the companies, they just want to go, well, we got fucking we made 1,000 shows this year, and who's gonna pay for that?
Yeah. No,
I don't fucking care, dude. I just want to watch that show that I like from, you know, 2 years ago, or like Tires on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
Just let me put on some comfort shit on repeat, because, and you know, speaking of the shitification too, is all these people, because they're just doling out movies for everyone for Netflix, right? Anyone can get a fucking, if you can write a script, you're probably gonna get on Netflix.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have fucking ChatGPT write me a script.
But they'll tell you now, if you go make a show for Netflix, and you'll notice this if you watch anything made in like the last 2 years, you'll notice this 100%, and it's so infuriating, and it's in almost everything. You go to Netflix, they tell you to make what's called something for second screen, right? Because they know that someone is going to be not paying attention. They're going to be folding laundry, or they're going to be scrolling through TikTok on their phone. So they need it to be dumb enough for that person that's not really paying attention to still get it, and so they don't miss anything. So if you'll notice it too. You'll be watching something, and then they'll go, "Yeah, so this is the plan," and you go, "Okay," and then 4 minutes later, they're gonna go, "All right, so just to go over the plan again, we're gonna go to," and it's just like, you guys just did this.
Yeah.
Why are you saying it again?
Yeah.
And sometimes I swear to God, within 5 minutes, they'll go, something will happen, and then someone will look off, and it'll do a flashback to something that happened 3 or less minutes ago.
Yeah. It's that attention
And you go,
span
we
that
just
have.
saw this.
Yeah.
It just fucking happened.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a weekly episodic. Like, it's a show on Netflix. They know it's in the same episode. It happened 5 fucking minutes ago. Why are you showing it to me again? Because they're making shows for dipshits. They're making shows for people not paying attention. They're making shows for people who are on phone calls that can have a 30-minute phone call and hang up and just not miss anything because nothing has happened except they reiterated the plan 30 times. It's insane.
Yeah.
So on top of all that, it's $25 a month, and they just want us to fucking suck it up.
Yeah.
Someone just handed this to me across my desk, though. We got one more thing from the CEO of Corncob TV here, Tim Robinson. So let's see what the last thing he has to say here is.
Oh man, jeez, please.
They're saying, no way, you must have rigged something. I didn't do fucking shit. I didn't rig shit. I've been waiting a long time for a hit on Corncob TV. I didn't fucking do this. Call Spectrum and say, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this. There's worse shit on the local news. This world's fucking so fucked up. And people are mad at me because I showed a bunch of naked dead bodies with their spread blue butts flying out of boxes? Really? I'm done. Do what you want. Pull the plug. I'll kill you.
All right, well, sounds like we're probably not going to have a sponsor here going forward. So if anyone wants to hit us up, maybe I don't know. That's pretty much it. Thank you for stopping by. It's been another wonderful week. Thank you for hanging out with us here at No Good Opinions, and we will see you next time. Peace.